light against the black thing. Nelson Mandela. On July 18th, in year 1918, a man by the name of Lala Mandela was born in the Transkei at Mavezo, South Africa. In 1925, Lala attended primary school, where he received his most well-known name, Nelson, by a teacher. Nelson went on with school until in 1940, when he got expelled from the University College of Fort Hare in Atlas, Eastern Cape, South Africa, for joining a student protest. He completed his Bachelor of Arts through the University of South Africa and then went back to Fort Hare for his graduation in 1943. Mandela also received honorary doctoral degrees from several different colleges where they had him speak at graduation ceremonies. Some of these universities include Fort Hare, Ryerson, and Pretoria. When Mandela grew up, he became a civil rights leader in South Africa. He was a leader in the African National Congress and fought against apartheid. Apartheid was a system where non-white citizens were isolated from whites and did not have equal rights, such as not being able to go to the same places or not being able to sit on the same bench. As Mandela once said, poverty is not an accident. Like slavery and apartheid, it is man-made and can be removed by the actions of human beings. In the beginning, he pushed hard for the Congress and the protesters to follow Gandhi's non-violence approach. At one point, he started to become dubious that this idea would work. He then started up an armed branch of the African National Congress. He planned to bomb specific buildings, but only the buildings. He wanted to be sure that no one would get hurt. Although he did this, many people were hurt and some even died. Nelson was then classified as a terrorist by the South African government and was sent to prison. Mandela then spent the next 27 years of his life in jail. He was then freed in 1990. Nelson also said, "As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." After he was released from prison, Nelson continued his fight to end apartheid. He then won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 for his fight against abuse in South Africa. His hard work and persistent efforts was rewarding when all races were able to vote in the 1994 election. Mandela won the election and became the president of South Africa. Several times during the process, violence started to break out, but Nelson was very good at calming and preventing civil war. Because of his accomplishments, he has helped weaken the black thing. He was one of those people who worked hard and did good things for the world. July 18th is Mandela Day. People are asked to dedicate 67 minutes to helping out others. The 67 minutes represent the 67 years Mandela spent serving his country. Mandela fought for what he knew was right and dedicated his whole life to ending apartheid. He never gave up, no matter what happened. Nelson once said, "Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again." Nelson Lala Mandela died on December 5th, 2013 at age 95 in his home in Johannesburg, South Africa. Nelson Mandela will always be a very bright light for us to see by.